Today, we're gonna make some braised red cabbage. For the red cabbage, I like to cut them in a very specific way. So I like to slice them in half, and then I cut the core out, and then I slice them into these ribbons. And then I give them one final chop, straight in half like that, and then they're ready to get in the pot. So I got some butter melted in a pan. I'm gonna add some diced up onions to it. Now we're just gonna saute these off so they're nice and soft and translucent. You don't want too much color on these. Once your onions have been sauteing off for a few minutes and they look a little something like that, you want to remove them from the pot. Once your onion's removed, you want to add some butter. Start melting it down. Just a little bit. The way your butter's melting down, you want to go ahead and add some sugar. As it starts to get a nice golden color in the bottom of the pot, you want to start adding handfuls of your cabbage at a time, or maybe 2 handfuls at a time. Every time you add a couple of handfuls, you want to give it a mix. Make sure it's getting all incorporated with that nice buttery sugar. Also, each time you want to start adding little sprinkles of salt. Each time you add your cabbage, make sure everything's getting well seasoned. Once all your cabbage is added and it's looking nice and glossy like that, you want to add your onions back in. You want to mix them in. You want to add some red wine. You want to give everything a good mix. Okay, so you want to bring your cabbage up to a simmer, and you want to pop on a lid, and you want to let it simmer away for about 45 minutes to an hour till the cabbage is nice and tender. So if you want to zhuzh up your red cabbage, pop a couple of star anise and a couple of sticks of cinnamon in there. It'll make it good. Once you're happy with the salt levels of your cabbage and your liquid levels, it's ready to eat. Braised cabbage is a bit of a staple here in Austria. Most people think it's kind of boring, but I'll be the judge of that. It's definitely not a dish for the hot times of the year, but now it's coming into winter, with that hint of cinnamon and star anise coming through, this is pretty darn good. Just imagine a leg of goose on the side of this. Oh, it'd just be the cherry on top.